My therapist says your quiet life is a sign of emotional immaturity, she stated, right before telling me she was moving in with her meditation guru. So I paid for her moving truck and wished her well. Now she's ghosted by the guru and begging my brother to give her my new address. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. Throwaway account because, well, you know how these things go. I never thought I'd be posting here, but after everything that's happened, I need to get this off my chest. Maybe it'll help someone else spot the red flags earlier than I did. This all went down about a year ago, and honestly, looking back, it's like a bad wellness retreat horror story. But let's start from the beginning. I met Emily 5 years ago at a coffee shop downtown. I was grabbing my usual black coffee before heading to my job as a software developer. Nothing flashy, just steady work that lets me pay the bills and enjoy quiet weekends hiking or reading. She was there with a yoga mat slung over her shoulder, chatting animatedly with the barista about some new meditation app. We hit it off right away. She was vibrant, full of energy, always talking about self-improvement and unlocking potential. I admired that about her. Me? I'm more the reliable type. I don't chase trends or drama. I build things that last. From the start, I was all in. Emily had been through a rough patch, lost her job in marketing, dealing with anxiety that kept her up at night. I encouraged her to see a therapist, even helped cover the costs when her insurance fell short. We'd go on long walks where she'd vent about her sessions, and I'd listen, offering whatever support I could. I wasn't perfect, but I was committed. I skipped out on a couple of work trips to be there for her during tough weeks. Remembered every little thing, like surprising her with essential oils or booking us into those silent retreats she loved, even though silence isn't exactly my thing. I figured that's what partnership was, showing up, even when it's not exciting. Over time, she dove deeper into the spiritual side. Yoga turned into advanced classes, then weekend workshops, then online courses with this guy she called her meditation guru. His name was Raj, some self-proclaimed enlightenment coach with a big following on social media. At first, it was harmless. She'd come home buzzing about his teachings, quoting stuff like align your chakras or release toxic attachments. I'd nod along, happy she was finding peace. But slowly, things shifted. She'd compare our life to his vibrant community. Comments like, Raj says true growth comes from chaos, not comfort, started slipping in during dinner. I'd brush it off, thinking it was just her processing therapy. Looking back, that's when the mistreatment ramped up. Emily started pulling away emotionally. Nights I'd plan, simple stuff like cooking her favorite meal or watching a movie, got canceled for energy alignment calls with Raj's group. She'd scroll through his posts while we were in bed, laughing at inside jokes I wasn't part of. Once, after a long day at work, I suggested a quiet evening in, and she rolled her eyes. Alex, not everything has to be so predictable. It stung, but I didn't push. I loved her, and I thought this phase would pass. I even joined one of her virtual sessions to show support, sitting there awkwardly while Raj droned on about shedding immature patterns. Little did I know, she was already entangling herself with him beyond the screen. It built up subtly at first. She'd make me feel like a backup plan, always hinting that our life was stagnant compared to the transformative experiences Raj offered. I'd sacrificed a lot, turned down a promotion that required relocation because she wasn't ready to move, dipped into savings for her certification courses. But her appreciation faded. Instead, she'd manipulate conversations, twisting my words to make me sound controlling if I questioned her late-night chats with him. My therapist says boundaries are key, Alex. You're invading my space. It was gaslighting wrapped in wellness jargon. I started doubting myself. Was I really holding her back? By the end, I felt discarded, like an old habit she was outgrowing. But I stayed loyal, hoping we'd work through it. Then came the night it all shattered. It was a Friday evening. I'd just gotten home from the office, tired but looking forward to the weekend. Emily was in the living room, surrounded by half-packed boxes I hadn't noticed before. She looked up from her phone, her face calm, almost serene, like she'd rehearsed this. Alex, we need to talk, she said, setting her phone down. No warmth in her voice, just that detached tone she'd picked up from her sessions. I sat on the couch, heart already sinking. What's going on? Why the boxes? She crossed her arms, tilting her head like she was explaining something obvious to a child. I've been reflecting a lot in therapy, and with Raj's guidance. Our life? It's not aligning with my path anymore. Raj, the guru guy? I kept my voice steady, but inside, confusion hit hard. What does he have to do with us? She sighed, as if my question was exhausting. He's more than that. He's helped me see things clearly. My therapist agrees. This quiet life we have, it's a sign of emotional immaturity. You're content with routine, Alex, but I need expansion. Growth. Raj offers that. He's invited me to join his community full-time. I stared at her, piecing it together. Join his community? As in, move in with him. Yes, she said flatly, no hesitation. We've connected on a deeper level. Spiritually, emotionally, physically. It's what I deserve. You've been great, but you're like an anchor, holding me in place when I need to sail. Her words landed like punches, each one smug and laced with that superior tone. Physically? So this wasn't just emotional drift, it was full betrayal. She'd been cheating, framing it as enlightenment. I felt the unfairness burn. All those nights I supported her, funded her journey, and now I was the immature one? But she wasn't done. Look, don't make this dramatic. My therapist says endings are opportunities. For both of us. You can finally work on yourself. Maybe try some real introspection instead of hiding in your code all day. I could see the dismissal in her eyes, like I was already a footnote in her grand story. In the apartment? Us? I asked, keeping it factual. She shrugged. I'll take my stuff. You can keep the lease. It's practical. Raj's place is more communal anyway. The twisted logic poured out. This isn't about hurting you, Alex. It's self-care. My therapist explained that staying in a mismatched relationship is codependent. You're enabling my stagnation by being so safe. Raj challenges me. He sees my potential without all the baggage. Baggage. I echoed, but she waved it off. Yes, your quiet life, it's avoidance. Emotional immaturity, like she said. I need someone who vibrates at my frequency now. This is growth. You'd understand if you did the work. Her hypocrisy shone through. Using therapy to justify cheating, manipulating words to make her betrayal sound noble. She was smug, leaning back like she'd won some debate. No remorse, just entitlement. It was outrageous. After everything I'd given, she discarded me like yesterday's mantra. I sat there for a moment, the silence heavy. Confusion swirled. Had I really been that blind? The unfairness gnawed, sacrificing for her, only to be labeled immature. But I didn't beg or yell. No outburst. Instead, something clicked. Detachment. Okay, I said simply, standing up. If that's what you want. She blinked, caught off guard. That's it. No fight. No, I replied calmly. I'll help you pack if you need. Even cover a moving truck. Good luck, Emily. I walked to the kitchen, poured a glass of water, and that was that. No confrontation. Just acceptance. Inside, it hurt like hell. The confusion, the silence after she left that night to crash at a friend's, probably Raj's. But I didn't chase. The next day, I booked the truck online, paid for it, and handed her the confirmation when she came back for her things. Wish you well, I said as the movers loaded up. She looked almost disappointed, like she'd expected drama to fuel her narrative. But I turned away, closed the door, and started detaching for real. Changed my number quietly, blocked her on everything non-essential. No disappearance act, just a clean break. I needed space to process, and that's what I took. That was the end of us. Or so I thought. But karma has a way of circling back, doesn't it? The weeks after Emily left were a blur of silence and self-reflection. I didn't spiral into anger or despair, at least not outwardly. Instead, I let the betrayal sit with me, like a heavy fog I had to navigate through. I'd wake up in our, now my, empty apartment, the echoes of her wellness podcasts no longer filling the space. Mornings were the hardest. I'd make coffee, stare out the window, and replay her words. Emotional immaturity. Was that really me? The guy who'd held her hand through panic attacks, who celebrated her small wins like getting certified as a yoga instructor? I'd sacrificed weekends for her retreats, even meditated with her when she insisted it would bond us. Flashbacks hit randomly. That time I drove 3 hours to pick her up from a workshop because she felt overwhelmed, or when I surprised her with a custom journal for her therapy notes. All that loyalty, and I was reduced to an anchor. The confusion gnawed at me. Why had she twisted everything? Her therapist's words weaponized against me, her growth, an excuse for betrayal. It felt so unfair, undeserved. Friends checked in vaguely, but I kept it minimal. We're done. Moving on. No details. I didn't want pity or drama. Instead, I threw myself into routine. Work became my anchor. Ironic, right? I took that promotion I'd passed on before, the one requiring a move to a smaller town about 2 hours away. Packed up, found a quiet house with a backyard for hiking trails. It was simple but mine. No more waiting for her approval on every decision. Nights alone, I journal, not her spiritual kind, just raw thoughts. She called my life quiet, like it was a flaw. But quiet isn't immature, it's peace. The silence let me breathe, process the manipulation. How she'd compare me to Raj constantly, making me feel lesser. Emotional abandonment, wrapped in enlightenment. I didn't date, didn't rebound. Just rebuilt. Started running, read books on boundaries, real ones, not her jargon. Slowly, the fog lifted. I wasn't broken, she projected her chaos onto me. About 3 months in, karma started whispering. I got a call from a mutual friend, Sarah, someone from Emily's yoga circle who'd always been neutral. She sounded hesitant. Hey Alex, I wasn't sure if I should tell you, but things aren't great with Emily. I listened without interrupting. Turns out, Raj's community was more cult than commune. He'd lured Emily in with promises of soul alignment, but it was a scam. She moved into his shared house, poured her savings into his retreat fund. But Raj was unstable, mood swings, yelling at followers during meditations. Whispers of him sleeping with multiple disciples, using them for free labor. Emily discovered he had a history. Previous women who'd accused him of emotional abuse, ghosting them after draining their resources. One even posted online about his fake credentials, no real therapy background, just charisma and a good camera. Then it unraveled fast. Raj got exposed in a wellness forum scandal. Screenshots of manipulative messages, financial pleas disguised as donations for enlightenment. His followers scattered. Emily tried confronting him, but he turned nasty, called her ungrateful energy vampire, kicked her out with nothing. She was discarded, just like she'd discarded me. Broke, isolated. Her marketing job had fizzled because she quit for the full-time path. Friends distanced themselves when the truth spread. No one wanted the drama. Sarah said Emily looked rough last time they met. Stressed, regretful. She's unraveling, Alex. Talking about how she messed up. I didn't gloat. Just thanked Sarah and hung up. Inside, it felt like justice, but earned, not vengeful. Her smug dismissal boomeranged. The irony? Her growth led to rock bottom. Me? I was thriving in my new town, coding by day, exploring trails by evening. Quiet life? It was freedom now. But Emily wasn't done haunting. It started small, about a month after Sarah's call. My phone buzzed with an unknown number. Hers, I later realized. I'd changed mine, but she must have gotten it from somewhere. The text, Alex, it's me. Can we talk? I miss our talks. I didn't respond. Deleted it. A day later, another. I know I hurt you. Therapy's helping me see that. Raj was a mistake. He manipulated me. Still nothing from me. Then calls started. Voicemails at first, soft and apologetic. Hey, it's Emily. I get it if you're mad. But I've been reflecting. My therapist says I projected my issues onto you. Can you call back? Please. The desperation built. A week later, texts turned pleading. Alex, I'm in a bad place. Lost my apartment deposit because of him. Staying with a friend, but it's temporary. Remember how you always helped? I need that now. No reply. That's when she escalated, involving others. First, her friend Mia, toxic as they come, always enabling Emily's whims. Mia messaged me on social media. I'd forgotten to block her. Dude, grow up. Emily's sorry. At least hear her out. You're being childish ignoring her. I blocked Mia. Then came the family. Emily's brother, Tom, pushy guy, never liked me much. He called from his number. Alex, this is Tom. Sis says you're ghosting her. After all she went through with that creep? Man up and talk. Family sticks together, even if you're not anymore. His tone grated, unpleasant, demanding, like I owed them. She's crying every night. You gonna let her suffer because of one mistake? I hung up mid-sentence. More texts from Emily followed, shifting from sad to frustrated. Why won't you answer? I thought you were better than this. My therapist says avoidance is immature. Sound familiar? Hypocrisy at its finest. She was mirroring her own words back, but twisted. A few days later, anger crept in. Fine, ignore me. But you're proving Raj right. You can't handle real emotions. Pathetic. Her true colors emerged. smug entitlement turning to rage when denied. She even showed up at my old apartment, according to the landlord's message. Pounded on the door, left a note. Alex, please. I need to see you. We can fix this. But I was long gone, address unshared. Desperation peaked when she begged my brother. Yeah, she tracked him down via old contacts. He called me laughing, but relayed. She wants your new address. Says it's urgent. Sounded unhinged, man. I told him no. Let her stew. Her attempts revealed the power shift. Once dismissive, now powerless. It deepened my resolve. I'd come too far. The final nail came at a mutual friends gathering, a casual wellness fair in the city, organized by Sarah. I almost skipped, but decided to go for closure. New life in tow. I'd started dating casually, met someone grounded, no gurus, just real connection. But I went alone, keeping it low-key. I was browsing stalls when I spotted her. Emily, disheveled in oversized clothes, eyes scanning desperately. She beelined for me, face lighting up then crumbling. Alex. Oh God, finally. Her voice cracked, hands fidgeting. I've been trying to reach you. Can we talk? Privately. People glanced over, public contrast stark. Me, composed in a crisp shirt, her looking frayed. I nodded to a quiet corner, but kept distance. What do you want, Emily? Come, no edge. She launched in, words tumbling. I was wrong. Raj, he used me. Ghosted after taking everything. I'm broke, staying on couches. Therapy's showing me. I projected. Your quiet life? It's what I need now. Stability. Us, we can rebuild. Please. Her eyes pleaded, but I saw the hypocrisy, using therapy again, like a shield. No, I said firmly, voice even. That chapter's closed. She faltered. But, I love you. Missed you. My family says you owe me a chance after supporting me before. I shook my head. I've built something real here. A life without the chaos. You're irrelevant to that now. Anger flashed. Irrelevant. After everything? You're cold, Alex. Immature, just like, I cut in indifferent. Like you said? Yeah, but I've moved on. Completely. This, I gestured vaguely, doesn't affect me. She teared up, voice rising. You'll regret this. I was your best shot. But I was already walking away, back to the crowd. Her desperation hung in the air, but I felt nothing. No sympathy, no pull. Just peace. She's a ghost now, vanished from my world. Edit. Thanks for the support, everyone. If anything, this taught me self-respect. Quiet life? It's maturity. What do you think? Did I handle it right? Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.